Greetings everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Advocate Bulem Matsilo. Today I'll be teaching on spousal maintenance. Now the question is, what is spousal maintenance? Spousal maintenance is maintenance that is given to a spouse or a former spouse. This maintenance can be requested during the subsistence of marriage or at the time of divorce. But here the main focus will be when it is given as part of the divorce order. I also need to mention that it is not an automatic right. In other words, you are not automatically entitled to this, unlike children. So, there are instances where parties can agree to the spousal maintenance and even make it part of their divorce settlement. And there are other instances where the spouse who feels has a need, whether it's a husband or a wife or former, it can be either of the parties, not necessarily the woman. Even the husband can request for the spousal maintenance. If they feel there is a need, they can be proactive in terms of requesting the court during the process of divorce for the spousal maintenance if it was not part of the settlement agreement. Now, there are factors that will be taken into account when the spousal maintenance is granted to a spouse or a former spouse. One of the factors, or should I say the first factor, is the means. Are you able to take care of yourself, or are you not able to take care of yourself? If you're not able to take care of yourself, this is one of the factors that the court will consider. For example, if it's a woman who's requesting spousal maintenance, probably this is somebody who has been a housewife, as just an example, one of the many examples. She has been a housewife, she has been taking of the children. She's never advanced her career because she was taking care of the family, making a home, taking care of the children, doing their homeworks, dropping them at school. So all of a sudden, you find yourself not having the financial support of the other spouse, and probably even having to start looking for a job when you haven't worked for so many years. And that will take me to the second factor, which is age. Age will also be one of the factors that will be considered by the court. This person hasn't worked, probably, when we based it on our example, for so many years. You've never worked. Which employer is going to employ you when you haven't worked for so many years since you got married, since you acquired those degrees because you were busy making a home? Also, the court will consider your needs, the needs that you have. You need a house. Probably you are sick. You need medication. You still need spousal maintenance. The obligations that you have. What are some of the obligations that you have? One of the factors that will be taken into account is the type of marriage that you entered into. Were you married in community of property? If you are married in community of property, clearly, part of his estate becomes your estate, as we know in terms of the law. So it's one of the factors that will be taken into account, the type of marriage that you entered into. The other factor that the court will consider is the duration of the marriage. For how long have you been married for with this person? 20 years, 10 years, 2 years? Will it really be fair for us to expect somebody that you are married to just for 2 years or 3 years to now carry a responsibility of maintaining you for so many years? Or even to maintain you regardless of how many years? So the duration of marriage is one of the factors that will be taken into account. Another factor, the standard of living. Which standard of living were you used to in this marriage? Example, were you used to staying in a suburb? Now, does the breakdown of the marriage result in you going to a village? That is one of the factors that the court will consider. The standard of living that you were used to when you were in that marriage. The other factor that the court will consider is the contribution, what contributed to the breakdown of the marriage. Is it because of you? Was there adultery involved? And were you the guilty party in this instance? So these are the factors that the court will take into account to decide whether the applicant is entitled to spousal maintenance or not. Because when we started, we said it's not an automatic right. You are not automatically entitled to it. Now, the next question that we need to answer is this a permanent order? If the court decides to grant you a maintenance order as a spouse or as a former spouse, does it mean that now this person has to take care of you for the rest of your life? No. There are instances in which this maintenance can be terminated. One of them is if you remarry. If you remarry, then obviously this person will be absolved from maintaining you. You can't divorce and get a maintenance order and then go and marry again and then expect to continue to be maintained by your ex-spouse. The second reason, when this order lapses, it's when you die. Thirdly, it will be when you find a job. Probably at the time when this maintenance order was issued, you were not working. So if you happen to find a job, the court may consider, or this maintenance order may lapse. So those are the three reasons under which the maintenance order will lapse: remarriage, finding a job, or at the time of death. This is very, very important for us to note that in conclusion. Thank you very much. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to share with other people. A lot of people will need this information. Comment. Let's meet at the comment section. And finally, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. God bless you.